Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be walking you guys through how to create the freeze frame effect in Filmora 14 specifically. If you are new to the channel, I'm Christopher. I'm a graphic designer and a 3D artist, and on this channel I create content on graphic design, video editing, 3D animation, mixed with some kind of vlog content as well. And so if you find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification icon for more. And so without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So to get started, I already have Filmora open. I'm using Filmora 14 as I mentioned earlier. And so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and click on new project, right? I'm going to click on new project. It's going to take a second, but then it's going to load up the interface for us, right? Right. So if you're new to Filmora, the interface is actually quite simple, right? I'll find some time and create a beginner tutorial on Filmora for you guys. But basically, I think I have a video on it somewhere in my channel. I'll find a link and put it up here for you guys. Right. So to get started, let's import the video we are going to use, right? I'm going to click on import, and then I'm going to scroll to where I have the video. So I downloaded this video on Freepik, right? So I'll leave the link to the video in the description for you guys. You can download it, and so you can follow along with the tutorial as well, right? So I'm going to click the video, click and drag onto my timeline like so, and then I'm going to select match to media, right? When I click on match to media, it means that the project settings is going to fit to the video, right? Which is about 59 FPS, which is quite good, yeah, quite smooth. Now at this point, we need to figure out where you want to freeze your frame, right? You need to figure out where you want to freeze your frame. So I'm going to go through my video like so, and until I get to a point where the guy is alone in the frame like so, something like this, right? So with this, I'm just going to click on this camera icon over here, which indicates snapshots, right? So it's going to take a snapshot of the frame, and I'm also going to cut that side as well. So Control B to cut that side of the video, right? So after that, there are two things you can do at this point. If you are very good, or if you have Photoshop and you know how to use Photoshop, you can go into Photoshop, all right, import the image, the snapshot you just downloaded into Photoshop, take away the background, right? But in this case, I'm going to assume that we are not very familiar with Photoshop. And so to make things easier, we are going to use a website that is going to automatically take off the background for us, right? So that website is Photoroom, right? Photoroom. I'm going to leave the link to that website in the description as well. You can always go there and then just take off your backgrounds. I know there is remove.bg, remove.background. We all know that. But then one thing I figured that makes Photoroom better than remove.bg is that Photoroom gives you a higher resolution when you are downloading the processed image, right? So I feel like Photoroom is way better. So where we have start from photo, you are going to click on start from photo, all right? Then we are going to import the snapshots we downloaded. So over here, I'm going to select the image I saved from Filmora, which is over here, right? And then I'm going to import it over here. Now the website is going to process the image and take off the background for me. And so far, it's been quite good. I've tried this a couple of times with some projects I was working on, and it was quite good. All right, so it's done taking on the background, right? So we are just going to click on download and then click on standard resolution. As I said, you can see that the image resolution over there is 1280 by 1280. I think on remove.vg, the resolution they give you is like 720 by something. I think 720 by 1280. Yeah, but this one gives you 1280 by 1280. So I think it's quite good. It's relatively better. So I'm going to download the image, right? And then I'm going to place it in my images folder. Now, this is what you need. So after that, you are going to come back into Filmora and then import the image that you just downloaded. So I'm going to import it. So it will be my downloads images, and then I'm going to import this, right? So after importing it, I'm going to place it on my timeline exactly where this where the cut was, right? And then you can also go ahead to place the image in between over here like so, right? So you have something like this. You get that? Now this is where the magic happens, right? Now in Filmora, you are given some stock assets that is directly in the software. I think with CapCut you might have to download these stock images or softwares like the paper texture background that you saw in the intro, yeah, something like that. So in Filmora, you can come up to the stock media. I mean, you can use any stock media you want. So I'm going to click on mine and then click on download. So I have this stock media. I'm going to click and drag this and bring this onto my timeline like so, right? And then keep project settings. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring this down here. So if it doesn't work, I guess I can as well, let me see, bring this here. And then I need this to be at the bottom. So let me bring it on top instead. Then I'll bring this here and bring this here. Right, so this is it. And then the second thing, I mean, there are two more effects we are going to add. And then those effects are the edge, the stroke effect, and then the zoom effect. All right, so I'll go to the downloads part, and then I have, let me see, I think, let me just search for them. Let me search for the stroke. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the stroke, the human border, right? So I'm going to click and drag this onto my timeline like so, right? And then I'm going to place this on top of it. There is one more thing. I would like the video to pop like in the intro, the way you saw the video zoom in and zoom out. That is also an effect in Filmora, right? And so I'm going to click on effects and click search for zoom. All right, search for zoom. All right, so that's the first zoom, right? I'm going to click on that as well and place it here. I think it should be at the bottom rather. I want only the picture to zoom in whilst the background stays stable. And you can achieve that by creating a compound clip. And how do you create the compound clip? Select the images you want to group together, like as in Photoshop, the way you can group images in a folder, or you can group layers in a folder, the same way in Filmora, you can create a compound clip. And this compound clip is a group of layers that are together, right? So select using control or holding control, you select the layers you want to create your compound clip with, and then press Alt G on your keyboard, and then you can name your compound clip. So let's say frame, let me name it freeze frame freeze frame, right? And then click on OK. So I want to place the zoom on top like so, like so. And then at the effects tab, I want to reduce the strength down to 0, right? That is, so the strength over there is for the blur, the zoom motion blur that was attached to it. And then I want to also reduce the speed down to like 0, right? I don't want it to have any serious zoom, just like a minor zoom something, right? Like so. But it's a bit too close to the camera. So I'm going to reduce the range as well. So it can be somewhere here, like so, something like this. Like here, it's okay for me. So if you click, if you should play back, you'll notice that it zooms in, zooms out, right? So at this point, it's not really playing back smoothly. So let me just go back here and then replay everything. And this is what we have. Then boom, right? Then there's a zoom in, then right? And I mean, this is one of the commonest effects that is used mostly in movie intros, right? So basically this is it for the tutorial. If you want to add a text, you can always add a text like I did in the intro. And so I think this is it for the video. All right, if you found the video helpful, interesting, or educative, I would really appreciate if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon as well, so that when I upload any new video on any new tutorial on video editing or whatever thing that might interest you, you'll be notified. And don't forget to leave a comment as well. Kindly leave a comment if this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.